بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. What I'm going to do is continue from the subject of the khutbah this afternoon, and that was the dua of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in which he described the remedy for having anxiety, having depression, and for being distressed. But before I begin, I want to make a statement from the statement of Shaykh Uthaymeen, rahimahullah ta'ala, and Allama, Ibn Uthaymeen, and you can look at his explanation of Dua al-Qunut. Shaykh Uthaymeen's explanation of Dua al-Qunut. You know what I'm talking about when I say that? Dua al-Qunut, which begins what? How does it begin? Allahumma hdina fi man hadayt. When is it used? Witrs. Salatul witr. Daiman or ahyanan? Sometimes or all the time? Sometimes. Safe answer. Sometimes. And the Shaykh said, after he explained, and the dua al-qunut, which is said in Salatul witr, and Salatul witr is one rak'ah qabla al-fajr. He said in this dua, which is Allahumma hdina fi man hadayt, O Allah, guide me with those who you have guided, wa afini fi man afayt, and help me to have health along with those who have health, wa tawallani fi man tawallayt, and be my protector, my wali, along with those who you are the protector of, wa barik li fi ma a'tayt, and bless me in what you have given me. وَقِينِي شَرَّ مَا قَضَيْتَ, and protect me from any evil that you have ordained. فَإِنَّكَ تَقْضِي وَلَا يُقْضَى عَلَيْكَ, because you, subhanahu wa ta'ala, you ordain, it cannot, ordinance cannot be made over you. You make the ordinance, nothing can be ordained over you. تَبَارَكْتَ رَبَّنَا وَتَعَالَيْتَ. The Shaykh said in the second sentence of the dua, either wa'afina fi man afayt, when you're in your group, you say afina, us, make us healthy, or afini fi man afayt, or make me healthy. He said afina min amrad al-qulub wa amrad al-abdan. It means protect me and help me to be healthy from illnesses of the heart and those physical illnesses. Heart ailments and physical ailments. He said, well, amrad al-abdan ma'rufa. He said, we know, or you know what physical illness is. وَلَكِنْ أَمْرَادُ الْقُلُوبِ يَعُودُ إِلَى شَيْئِينَ. That all of the illnesses of the heart, they return to two things. Two. He said, in awwal, the first thing, amrad al-shubuhat. These are the illnesses that come from what? Doubt. Mansha'uha and hawa. He said, and this comes from hawa, which is what? Desire, vanity. And يعرف الإنسان الحق ولكن لا يريده. This is when people know what the truth is, but they don't want it. They don't want it. That causes what? Illness. Where? In the heart. It causes complications. Anybody who does this is going to wind up with a complication in the heart, of which all other complications come from. What's the proof of that? The Messenger of Allah said, "Fi kulli jasadin mudghah." In every body there's a morsel of flesh. Qit'a lahm. There's a small piece of meat in everybody's body. In salaha jasadu kulluhu. And if it's good, the whole body is good, including what? Clever mind. And if it's bad, the whole body is bad, including what? Clever mind. Ala wa hiya al-qalb. It is the heart. He said, this is when a person, the hawa, When a person knows what's true but doesn't want it, لأن له هوى مخالفا لما جاء به النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, because he has a vanity, a desire that opposes what the Messenger of Allah صلى الله عليه وسلم brought. The second thing, أمراض الشبهات. The first one is أمراض الشهوات, up one. This one is أمراض الشبهات. First one's أمراض الشهوات. And that one is when a person has hawa. The second one is shubuhat, has doubt. Man shubuhat jahil. It comes from being ignorant. لأن الجاهل, because an ignorant person, يفعل باطل يظنه حقا, because he does things that are false and he assumes that they're truth. He said, وهذا مرض خطير جدا. He said, this illness is very dangerous. فأنت, he said, so understand, you make this dua, أنت تسأل الله معافى وعافية. You're asking him for health. من أمراض الأبدان, from the health, from the illness of the body. ومن أمراض القلوب, and from the illnesses of the heart. وهي أمراض الشبهات, those are the illnesses caused by doubt. وأمراض الشهوات, and those caused by lust. So we return to what we discussed today in Jum'ah. عن ابن مسعود عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: ما أصاب عبدا هم ولا حزن فقال: اللهم إني عبدك ابن عبدك ابن أمتك ناصيتي بيدك ماض في حكمك عاد في قضاءك أسألك بكل اسم هو لك سميت به نفسك أو أنزلته في كتابك أو استكثرت به في علم الغيب عندك أن تجعل القرآن عظيم ربيع قلبي ونور صدري وذهاب همي إلا أذهب الله حزنه وهمه وأبدله مكانه فرحة. Whoever was afflicted with grief and distress and says, I am, O Allah, I am your slave, the son of your servant, the son of your female servant, my forelock is in your hand, your judgment over me is inescapable, what you have ordained for me is just, I am invoking you by all the names you call yourself, that you have taught to anyone in your creation, that you have mentioned in your book, and or you have kept unknown. Let the Quran be the delight of my heart and the light of my chest and the remover of my sadness and the pacifier of my worries. Except that Allah be exalted, the majestic will remove his grief and will change his sorrow into happiness. فقد دل هذا الحديث, and this explanation is النقية والجوزية, فقد دل رحمه الله فقد دل هذا الحديث الصحيح على أشياء. This hadith indicates a number of things. منها, from those things, أنه يستوعب أقسام المكروه الوردة على القلب, that it includes all of the disdainful or a number of disdainful things that happen to the heart. فالهم, this anxiety, يكون على مكروه يتوقع في المستقبل يهتم بالقلب. This is about the things that the person believes is going to happen in the future, and the heart is concerned with it, anxious about it. Future tense. والحزن على مكروه ماض من فوات المحبوب أو حصول المكروه إذا تذكره أحدث له حزنا. And so this huzn, or grief, or depression, is about a disdainful thing that happened in the past, or it's about a loss of something the person loved. Whenever the person thinks about this, they become sad about it. Rem. This is despondency or distress. يكون على مكروه حاصل في الحال يوجب لصاحبه غم. Pain of suffering affecting the body, a body part, or the mind. This is distress. And this is in the present tense. فهذه المكروهات هي أن أعظم أمراض القلوب وأدوائها. These are the greatest of the disdainful things that could happen to the heart. وقد تنوع الناس في طرق أدويتها. And the people have many ways in which they try to medicate themselves against these particular afflictions. What are they? What are the afflictions? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Distress. He said that there are many ways in which people try to medicate themselves against these. وخلاص منها, to get rid of it. وتبينت طرقهم في ذلك تبينا لا يحصيها إلا الله. بل كل أحد يسعى في التخلص منها بما يظن أو يتوهم أنه يخلصه منها. So there are many people, many different kinds of ways people try to rid themselves of these afflictions. And no one except Allah Azza wa Jal knows how many different kinds there are. And so people strive to get rid of them because they assume that they can get rid of them. وأكثر الطرق والأدوية التي يستعملها الناس في خلاص منها لا يزيدهم إلا شدة. And the majority of things that people use to rid themselves of these afflictions, all they do is bring about more intensity of these very things. The majority, because the majority of what people use are what? They are man-made. They come from human beings. That's the main problem. The one who didn't create the heart is now going to solve the problem of the heart. Okay. The one who may have had a hand in making it sick is now going to be the very one who's going to save it. لا. لمن يتداوي منها بالمعاصي على اختلافها من أكبر كبائرها إلى أصغرها. So the Sheikh said it increases them in these diseases, especially for the one who's going to cure them with sin. Depending upon the very different types of them. He's going to make himself feel better. He's going to bring himself out of misery with sin, which is going to deepen the misery. Sin deepens pain, and sin deepens misery. فَمَنْ يَتَدَاوَى مِنْهَا بِاللَّهْوِ وَاللَّعِبِ. The one who wants to play games and fool around to make himself feel better. The one who wants to listen to songs and music. And other than that, فأكثر سعي بني آدم أو كله إنما هو لدفع هذه الأمور وتخلص منها. And the majority of the efforts of human beings is to defend themselves from these things, to escape them. وكلهم قد أخطأ الطريق. And all of them are mistaken in the ways in which they use to help themselves. The music listeners are mistaken. The ones who try to escape into video games are mistaken. The ones who want to spend millions of dollars at movies and help them increase more problems, they're mistaken. The one who want to watch the games on TV, they're mistaken. Who wants to escape and feel better about it, the one who wants to eat himself to death, he's mistaken. The diabetic who wants to take a sugary thing and then take the medicine, the pill, the sugar pill, and then eat the sugar on top of it thinking it's going to make him feel better, he's mistaken too. These are all these ways in which people fool themselves, delude themselves, and increase their misery on the path of trying to help themselves, they say. وكلهم قد أخطأ طريق. They're all mistaken. إلا من سعى في إزالتها وبالدواء الذي وصفه الله لإزالتها. Except for the one who gets rid of them with the medicine that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes as being the way to get rid of it. Everybody's mistaken in that. وهو الدواء مقرب من مجموع أمور. And this medicine is made up of some things. It has some parts to it. متى نقص منها جزء نقص من شفاء بقدره. If one part of the medicine is missing, then the person's cure or remedy is also going to be missing the result to the degree in which he misses an ingredient. أعظم أجزاء هذه الدواء هو التوحيد والاستغفار. And the greatest part of this medicine, the greatest part of this remedy, is the tawheed of Allah Azza wa Jal and his seeking istighfar, his seeking forgiveness. It's the greatest part of the medicine. قال تعالى اعلم أنه لا إله إلا الله واستغفر لذنبك وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات. Translated to mean, so know, O Muhammad that La ilaha illallah, none has the right to be worshipped except Allah in truth, and ask forgiveness for your sin, and also for the sin of believing men and believing women. What's the first part of this verse? It talks about what? Knowledge. Yeah. Even before you seek istighfar, you must have what? You must know how to do so. The verse says, Adam, know first, then do it. Don't do it and then turn around and say, okay, I did it. How do I do it now? I just made the umrah. How do I make the umrah now? I just made prayer. Did I do it right? ولذلك كان الدعاء المخلص للقلب محض توحيد. The dua, which is a pure way to relieve oneself from difficulty, is tawheed. وعن ابن عباس رضي الله عنهما أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم كان يقول عند الكرب. The Messenger of Allah used to say in hardship, he would say, لا إله إلا الله العظيم الحليم لا إله إلا الله رب العرش العظيم لا إله إلا الله رب السماوات ورب الأرض ورب العرش الكريم. It's found in Bukhari, Muslim. Ali ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him and his father, who said, the Messenger of Allah used to say when he was in distress, none has the right to be worshipped but Allah, being comparably great, the compassionate. None has the right to be worshipped but Allah, Lord of the mighty throne. None has the right to be worshipped but Allah, Lord of the heavens, Lord of the earth, and Lord of the honorable throne. And he would say the words in Arabic, those words, those are the ones to be memorized perfectly, as perfect as possible. وفي الترمذي وغيره عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم دعوة ذي نون ادعى وهو في البطن حوت لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين فإنه لم يدع فيها رجل مسلم في شيء قط إلا استجاب الله له. The supplication of ذي نون, which is who? Who's ذو نون? No, the Prophet Yunus. Why'd you call that? Go deep, I'm sorry. The teacher looked up at you the week, right? Now, that's a mistake, is because a whale in Arabic is called a noon. Whale is a noon. So he was the noon. He was the one who was swallowed by the large fish. The supplication of Gu Noon, the Prophet Yunus, when he supplicated while in the belly of the whale was, there is none worthy of worship except you. Subhanaka, glory be to you. Indeed, I have been of the transgressors. He admits what? To transgression. Not hiding the transgression to himself. Hiding it to himself. He's in front of Allah. As what Yahweh said, in front of Allah, he says, I'm a transgressor. La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu min al-zalimin. So indeed, no Muslim man supplicates with it for anything except Allah responds to him. فَالتَّوْحِيدُ يَدْخُلُ الْعَبْدَ عَلَى اللَّهِ. The tawheed brings a person closer to Allah. وَالْإِسْتِغْفَارُ وَالتَّوْبَةُ يَرْفَعُ الْمَانِعَ. And his asking forgiveness and making tawbah lifts the prohibition of him getting near to Allah. So his tawheed, he gets near to Allah with Allah's tawheed. But his own tawbah lifts the screen that he placed there by his sins. ويزيل الحجاب الذي يحجب قلبه عن وصول إليه. And it lifts that screen that's between Allah and that heart, that's standing between his heart and his Lord, because he did things to oppose his Lord. وإذا وصل القلب إليه زال عنه همه وغمه وحزنه. And so if his heart is near to Allah, then his anxiety, his distress, his gham, his sadness, his depression is lifted by that. وإذا انقطع عنه حصلته الهموم والغموم والأحزان وآتته من كل الطرق ودخلت عليه من كل باب. But if he doesn't, if he cuts that off, that getting near to Allah Azza wa Jal, then his anxiety and his distress and his sadness, it will come at him from every direction. It will come at him, overtake him, overcome him. Because that's his protection, not the cinema, not the game, whether it's his game or somebody else's game. Those things won't protect him. They make matters worse. I want you to look at a word, and I passed it. You have your phones on? This word. Ready? Yes, I always do this sometimes. Yes, it's true. They say your phones are smart. Let's see how smart they are. Catharsis. Catharsis. You have it? Cathar. Huh? Catharsis. What do they say that is?
The process of releasing and thereby providing relief from strong or repressed emotions.
Yeah.
Emotional release.
Emotional release. There are thousands of them, all in society. They unleash them, and people feel. Some say that on the Facebook, when the person thumb up, that a person feels good about having a thumb up, and that gives him a shot of this thing in his brain. Oh man, like, and can get hooked to that. It's a release. Wanting to be known, wanting to be seen. It works. Some people see an imaginary character. That's why you see that some people are walking around with superhero shirts on, because they got a release after being put down in society. Now they have a king. Now they have a king. Allow Musta'an. You're in trouble now. You're in trouble now. Now you got a king. It's sad. It's sad when the people are talking about, now they want to learn the language of, and they want this and they want that, and they got the shirts on, and some are dressing up like animals already. Yes. It's wild. Because people are not paying attention. They're not paying attention to their religion. So if they're not paying attention to their religion, everything else is going to be a loss, a terrible loss, and they're going to be fools. And the parents are going to turn, unfortunately, their children into fools at their own hand. Why? Because they claiming, and they get tested a real harsh test. Little boy gets on a microphone for 3 hours, starts talking about this and that and being black. Didn't know the cartoons will come and affirm that. Oh, wow, yeah. Now we can really get down. We got a cartoon character as a leader. You be careful. You ain't got to touch anybody no more. Everybody sitting in front of the box, looking. Then come the interviews, we're looking at that too. Well, how'd that happen? Wasting this. Wasting time. It's a waste. You need to be careful. And you need to come to the masjid. You need to give them to the teachers, particularly because we're talking about in the end of this dua, using the Quran as what? Shifa. The Quran is the light. The Quran is the remedy. How many people can actually do it? You're holding up the process. You're holding the progress up because people wasn't doing that. They was acting like they could do it. They was pretending they could do it. Their mistakes was with the fact, if you make them, you don't have a salah. If you said them, your salah was void, unacceptable. Some people did it for years and years and passed that messed up fact theirs to their children. Passed it. Passed a mistake in the speech of Allah to their children. Passed a mistake because they never sat and asked anybody, well, can I do this? Where'd you get that from? A recording. Really? Did somebody test you? Did someone test you in that? Or did you just go off because you want someone to think that you had something? And some people have it, barakallahu fikum, but it's not for us to play with. It's not game. It's not metaphorical. It's real. People are being rewarded, not rewarded. Al-Quran shahidun lak or shahidun alayka. It's a witness for us or a witness against us. This great prophetic tradition implies certain matters of knowledge. Here again, talk about the hadith in Mas'ud now. Tawheed and submission, as stated below. The style of the supplication, I am your slave, the son of your male slave, and the son of your female slave, indicates submission and full compliance to Allah Azza wa Jal. Because the definition of Islam is, the definition of Islam, complete definition of the deen of Islam, that by now, I don't know, I don't want to say by now, that's not fair. The complete definition of al-Islam. He started, you started, he finished it. So, what's the first thing he said? Not here. Here. What's the first thing they said? Which is, how do you say it in the Lugha of the Quran? The Lugha of the Hadith, how do you say it? Be active. Be proactive. Al-Istislamu lillahi bi-tawheed. Sami'tum that? You heard that before, right? Al-Istislamu lillahi bi-tawheed. Were you shy when I asked? Were you being shy? Were you being shy? Why are you using others like this? Shyness. How you doing? This is not the place of being shy. Maya Jews, not here. Don't be shy now. But يستحي ولا يستخدم. To be shy and not arrogant. Not for shyness, not for arrogance. Okay. استسلام لله بتوحيد و الانقياد له بالطاعة. The first part says it means a person submits to Allah with tawheed. What? وَالْقِيَادُ لَهُ بِالطَّاعَةِ. And he does what? He complies by being obedient. Who is he complying to? Allah and His Messenger. One bara'atu, and then to be free of, innocent of, shirk, and the people. His servant, and so the person submits with full compliance to Allah besides the confession of being His servant, along with his forefathers. Along with whom? His forefathers were also what? They were all servants of Allah Azza wa Jal. Sha'am Aba, whether they knew or not. And the supplicant until he reaches Adam and Hawa. The correct meaning, I am your servant, indicates the following. So the person says, I am your slave. When does he say this? When he feels prison, sadness, or he feels distress, or he feels anxiety. He starts out by saying, he aligns himself with his true identity, doesn't he? He now realigns himself with who he really is. Not Batman, but he aligns himself with the servant of Allah. I don't think anybody here does. You've seen it. You've seen grown men walking around with cartoon characters on their shirt. That's an identification. When a man's wearing something on his front, for everybody to see, that's who he identifies with. And it's a sad day when grown men identify with Batman and identify with Spider-Man. And grown men identify with cartoon characters and grown women, because now it's also spreading these out. When they're identifying with cartoon characters, sad day. That's the identity. That's what everybody see. Communist revolutionary leaders. Worse. Or communist revolutionary leaders. They don't know who they are. Just have them on his shirt. advertising. They don't know where they are, who they are. The confession shows the servant's the dire need of Allah, and concludes that the supplicant is submissive, obedient, and forbearing. He acts according to his submission to Allah and according to his feelings of not according to his feelings of self-sufficiency. His need of Allah, not his need to show somebody that he can handle it. Not that. Allah says, وَعِبَادُ الرَّحْمَنِ الَّذِينَ يَمْشُونَ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ هَوْنًا. And the slaves of the most beneficent of Allah are those who walk on the earth in humility. They're humble. It indicates full submission, compliance, and repentance to Allah, as well as being obedient to one's Lord and avoiding his prohibitions, depending on him, seeking his help and support, seeking refuge in him from evil, and turning to him with feelings of love, fear, and hope. Turning to Allah with those feelings. The sentence in dua, Nasiyati biyadik, my forehead is in your hand. Meaning I cannot act freely as far as my soul is concerned. My soul is not free, but is under the power of Allah. But how can he act freely when his soul is possessed by his Lord? His forelock is in his hand. His heart is between the two fingers of Ar-Rahman. The Prophet described these things. Forehead is in the hand of Allah, and his heart Bain al-Sabi' al-Rahman. And his heart is between the fingers of al-Rahman. How is he free? Who is he? A servant. Moreover, his death, his life, his happiness, his misery, good condition, the affliction are all in charge of his Lord. His Lord has that in his hand. Be exalted. By no means is the servant in charge of himself. And so the Prophet said to his daughter, Fatima radiallahu anha, he said, what you should listen to this following dua, and he said to her, Allahumma la takilni ila nafsi turfata ayn. Don't leave me to myself for the blink of an eye. This is a father telling his child that. This is a father telling his daughter, don't leave, look, his father. And her husband Ali said she was the most beloved to the Messenger of Allah of the family members. He told her, listen, this is dua you make. Allahumma la takilni ila nafsi. Don't make me the wakil of myself. Turfata ayn. Not even for the blink of an eye. This means small amount. It means never leave me in charge of myself. Never leave me in charge of myself. So this servant is not in charge of himself. Allah owns him, and his forelock is in the grasp of the powerful and mighty ruler, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whenever the servant of Allah confesses the fact that his forelock and the forelock of all other servants are in the grasp of Allah, meaning under his control, he will neither fear nor aspire to any worldly sovereign, nor will he overestimate those people. He won't be admiring them in private. I'm talking about not admiring them in public. We'll be admiring them all the time. We have our small sons. Some people like football and sports. They're always admiring these sport people. Calling them by their first name like they're their first cousins. LeBron and this one and the third. Y'all related? Talking about them like my family members. You see what LeBron did? Nah, we family members. Whoever confesses this fact surely will stand in need of Allah. And whenever he witnesses the reality of other people, he will neither overestimate them nor exaggerate in seeking their support. In this way, his belief, his trust, and submission will be turned to Allah alone. This is the reason behind the Prophet Hud's speech, alayhi salam, to his people when he said in the Quran, "Inni tawakkaltu ala Allahi Rabbi wa Rabbikum ma min dabatin illa wa huwa akhidhu bi nasiyatiha inna Rabbi ala siratin mustaqim." Translated to mean, I put my trust in Allah, my Lord and your Lord. There is not a moving creature, but he has grasp of its forelock. Verily, my Lord is on the straight path, meaning the truth. Inni tawakkaltu ala Allahi. This verse, Sheikh Abdurrahman Sa'di said, I depend upon this in all my affairs. I depend on Allah in all my affairs. Rabbi wa Rabbukum. Your Lord and my Lord. I هو خالق الجميع. He created all of them. متدبرنا وإياكم وهو الذي ربانا. So he is creator of all. And he is the one who controls the affairs. And toward him, because he is the one who raised us. Rabbana. He is the one who brought us into proper tarbiyah. ما من دابة إلا وهو آخذ من ناصيتها. There is no living creature except that he has the forelock, meaning فلا تتحرك ولا تمسك ولا تسكن إلا بإذنه. None can move or stay still except by his permission. فلو استمعتم جميعا على إيقاع بي. So if all of you got together to attack me or to fall upon me, والله لم يسلطكم علي, that you could not overpower me. لم تقدروا على ذلك. You will not be able to do that. فإن سلطكم فالحكمة أرادها وبالحكمة أرادها. And if you're able to do this, it's for a wisdom that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants. That's the only way you would do it. This is what the Prophet Hud is saying to his people. Your judgment is executed on me. What you judge is executed upon me. Your decree on me is just. The sentence, your judgment is executed on me. Your decree on me is just implies two things. The first thing refers to the execution of his judgment on his servant. The second thing, on the other hand, implies praising him, that his decree is just. In addition to the fact that Allah, the Exalted, is the power, and to him belongs all praise and thanks. This is also what the Prophet Hud referred to in his verse. There's not a living creature, but he has grasp of his forelock. And also his words, verily my Lord is on the straight path, meaning the truth. In other words, along with the fact that Allah is the power, the Almighty, the controller of the destiny of his servants, as their forelock is in his grasp, he is on the straight path. In the Rabbi ala salatin mustaqim. That he, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ala salatin mustaqim, ala al-adli, wal-qist, wal-hikmah. He subhanahu wa ta'ala is upon justice, fairness, wisdom, wal-hamdu bi qada'ihi. He's to be praised over what he ordains, wa qadrihi, fi sharihi, and what he has ordained in the sharia, wa amrihi, and what he has ordained in his command, which is dana'ihi wa tuwabihi, and what he has ordained as what he awards the servants, and iqabihi, and how he punishes the servants. لا تأخذوا إفعاله عن صراط مستقيم. Everything he does is upon the صراط المستقيم. التي يحمد ويثنى عليه بها. He's to be praised for it, subhanahu wa ta'ala. قضاء وقدر. We have قدر ديني وقدر كوني. You have what's ordained in the religion and what's ordained in the universe. What's ordained in the universe is going to happen. There's no turning it around. What's ordained in the religion is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves. And that's why he ordained it. The Shahada, he loves that subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he ordained it for his servants to take the Shahada. To live by the Shahada. To understand the Shahada. The Salah, he ordained that Salah. He said, does he make you do it? No. It's based upon your love of him that you do it. It's based upon your understanding. You seek the understanding. And by understanding, you understand that this saves you. And then a person becomes more determined to do it. The Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves that. And so he ordained it for us. I'm going to pray inshallah. لا خطأ. هو قد شاء في الشريعة. He already ordained the Sharia. The zakat was ordained by him subhanahu wa ta'ala. He loves it. Al-Islam bunya ala khams is built upon 5 things. The building built upon it. Its foundation is 5 things. The Hajj, he ordained it. You ready to go, right? Your bills are squared away and young and strong. You ready to go? Ready? One day. How old are you? 18. You married? No. Got children? Time to go. You know, we first became Muslim because this 80-year-old man trying to make the Hajj. No, that's not when to do that. He said, oh, I'm going to get married. Okay, wait. You're 18, you don't have no bills, you know. Save your money, go. You'll see when you get there, this is better for me. You're not being restricted. There are no restrictions. Don't, let me see. You were born Muslim? Mm-hmm. Now, go. Inshallah. Go. You going to go? Inshallah, right? Inshallah. Which one are you going to go to? What year? Soon. Inshallah. Maybe soon one day. That's a nice oxymoron. You're trying to confuse me. I'm going soon one day, inshallah. Okay. But you understand, the more responsibilities you have, that, for instance, it's time for Ramadan, right? The moon has been spotted, right? It's time for Ramadan now. Time then, right? It's time. Time for Salah, the Muezzin calls the Adhan. And then it's time for Salah, correct? Hajj is the same. When a person doesn't have the responsibilities of bills and his way is clear, now it's time. It's time then. Time then. Go. And then if you get married, when you get married, inshallah, go again. But keep that perspective clear. It's not the last thing you do in the religion. For some people, that's the way it is. In some countries, there's what do you call that? A lottery. Some people can't go. Some people can't go. You can go. You're on a plane, make a Hajj, finish. Not finish the religion, but you've done one of the things that people made a mistake. They wait 40 years old, 50 years old, not gone yet. Now they're diabetic. 60 years old, now they got high blood pressure and diabetes. They haven't gone yet. You have to, it's one of those things that you have to have some strength to do. The religion builds your strength. It builds your physical strength, your spiritual strength. It builds a man and a woman. Builds you. It doesn't tear you down. So don't put it like it's right there. Just like the Salah, it's right in front of you. One of the things you want to say to your children, you want to tell them, you got to make the Hajj. You want to make the Hajj, and you want to come back and let them know they need to go. The Hajj. He is the just one. Whoever oversees his servants. He oversees the servants' affairs justly. He's on the straight path. In his words, his actions, his judgment, his destiny, his commandments, his prohibitions, his rewards, and his punishment. His verses are truthful, and his judgment is correct, and his commandments are beneficial, not difficult. He prohibited all that which is evil and mischievous. Those things you cannot do, you can't do them because they're evil. You can't do them because they're harmful. You can't do them because they cause you pain. And he, being a merciful Lord, his Sharia tells us what we can and cannot do. His reward descends upon those who deserve his mercy and grace. His punishment descends upon those who deserve torment by means of his justice and wisdom. Not because of white or black. Not because of that. I ask you by each name is yours. Invocation using the names of Allah. This expression is an invocation, meaning a supplication, for all the names of Allah, whether they are known or unknown. It is allowable in the sight of Allah, as is an invocation with the attributes of Allah, which refer to what his names mean. Make the Quran the spring, the delight of my heart, the light of my chest, the eliminator of my sorrow, and the remover of my worries. In this expression, the word spring, it means Rabi'a is like a pond which all the animals graze around. It benefits everything in the area. It benefits everything. All the animals, all the birds, all the plants, they are here with this Rabi'a. In this expression, the Quran is compared to this because it revives the hearts. The slave, when making this dua, makes a similarity between water, which is the cause of life, and between light, which is the cause of brightness. So the supplication implies that the heart is revived, the elimination of worries and sorrow, by the spring of the Quran, for it is a light of the chest, a concept which combines life and light. Allah says in the Quran about the light of belief, أَوَمَنْ كَانَ مَيِّتًا فَأَحْيَيْنَاهُ وَجَعَلْنَا لَهُ نُورًا يَمْشِي بِهِ فِي النَّاسِ كَمَنْ مِثْلُهُ فِي الظُّلُمَاتِ لَيْسَ بِخَارِجٍ مِنْهَا كَذَلِكَ زُيِّنَ لِلْكَافِرِينَ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. Is it he who was dead, meaning without faith, by ignorance and disbelief, and we gave him life, meaning we gave him knowledge and faith, and set for him the light of belief, whereby he can walk amongst men, like him who is in darkness of disbelief and polytheism and hypocrisy, from which he can never come out. Thus it is made fair seeming to the disbelievers that which they used to do. Well, last thing about this dua, about the Quran. ثم سأل أن يجعل القرآن قلبه كالربيع. So he asked Allah to make the Quran for his heart like Rabi'. الذي يرتع فيه حيوان, the one in which the animals graze from. كذلك القرآن ربيع القلوب. The Quran is the spring of the heart. وأن يجعله شفاء. He's asking that Allah make the Quran the shifa, the remedy for his anxiety, the remedy for his distress. ويكون له من منزلة الدواء الذي استحصل الداء. He makes the Quran with the position of the medicine that destroys an ailment. ويعيد البدن إلى صحتها واعتدالها ويجعله بحسنه كالجلاء الذي يجلو الطبوع. And so the Quran is like the one, it's like the medicine that gets rid of the illness from the body and returns the body to its proper balance. فأحرى بها علاج. And so this علاج will work when إذا صدق العليل في استعماله. If the patient is real and truthful in the way he uses it, and يزيل عنه داؤه, then that will relieve him. ويعقبه شفاء تام, and in the place of his illness, he will have what? Relief. He will have remedy. وصحة وعافية والله موافق, and he will have صحة, he will have health, والعافية. Now Allah is the one who can make this possible. So to have the صحة وعافية, we ask for the Quran to be what? Our shifa. Now, so what must we do? What must we do? Huh? What must we do? You have to read it. You have to be able to read it. You can't waste time to do that. See, it's medicine. You have to be able to read it. Open its book. Open the book yourself and read the speech of Allah. It has to be a habit. Read the speech of Allah. Now we know that for Allah the Amrikiyin, it's not a habit. And that is why when you walk into our masjid, when you go to the Haram Mecca, Haram Medina, or any masjid, huge masjids around the Muslim world, and you walk in, you know what you won't hear? Huh? You won't hear a lot of loud chatter about all the things that don't matter on the death of a human being. The things that they chatter about in the masjid, they don't ask them. That's going to matter when you're dying? No. What are you talking about? Loud. Always, it's the masjid, brother. It's the masjid, brother. Why? Because we're not there yet. It's a medicine we have to take. We have to sit down with teachers to be taught how to read correctly. Make the mistakes in front of everyone. Make the mistake. Now, actually, that's not the way to say that. Make the mistake. Correct it. كل بني آدم خطأ. All of Bani Adam is what? Makes mistakes. All the Bani Adam mistaken. Where do we get this attitude where our hearts tell us, I can't admit that I make mistakes. I gotta keep pretending? No, Abdullaah. Pretense of something that's not done, right? Riyah, is that what you call that? When a person acts like he can do something, he's showing off like he can do it and he can't do it? You call that riyah? الرياء أليس الرياء من الشرك من الشرك الخفي الرياء من الشرك الخفي. That's showing off as part of a hidden shirk. You can't show off. You can't play. You have to come. And like any other hospital setting, you have to call out in pain. And that means that you recite wrong, and you've been reciting wrong for 20 years, now somebody will hear it. Now you're in the clinic. Now you're being sincere about straightening it up. Straighten your tongue up. Straighten your mind up. Straighten up your heart. Straighten up your wife's heart and her tongue. Get it straight. And stop trying to be complainers. The complainer. He's been elected as a complainer. The American man, he's the complainer. He's a protester. Protesters of the administration, blah, blah, blah. And protest about the man. Protest. Where did the money go? They're going to protest oil. You know it. And you know why it's so well known? It hasn't changed in 50 years. Hasn't changed in 50 years. Same stuff. A protester. That's where the word Protestant comes from. Do you know that? That's where the word Protestant comes from. Protester. That was their habit. First of all, Catholics. And Luther came along and said, we ain't doing that no more. Pope ain't no good. Let's protest. And then they started protesting. That's where the name came from. They're Protestants. Then they split the Jamal. No, I ain't mean. What I meant was, whatever they had, they split that. Then those named after Martin Luther became Lutherans. And after that, they became Protestants. Them named after somebody else became somebody else. Then some lady, Ellen White, she came along. Let's be Seventh-day Adventists. Oh, no, that was who? That was the Seventh-day Adventists. Then somebody else came along. Let's be Jehovah's Witnesses. They became Jehovah's Witnesses. Blah, blah, blah. Now the move was to have this crazy man, Louis Farrakhan, who was an Ahmadi in disguise, go back into the church again. And some of us, holding on to the suit coat, talking about, "Law bless you for your work, minister." Lost their minds. Lost their minds. We don't lose our mind with them. Stay with the truth. Stay with what's true. And truth. And then build ourselves, correct ourselves. Tasheeh al-Qira'ah. Tasheeh al-Tawheed. Tasheeh al-Shari'ah. Tasheeh al-Sunnah. That we're correcting those things. When we tasheeh al-Aqidah awal and now, we're correcting the Aqidah sah. Because every child is born with what? Fitrah. That's the work's already been done. Child comes out, he has the tools for it. So walidahu yesh. Yuhawidanahu. Yumajistahu. Yunassalalahu. The child comes out ready for you to carry it. To protect his aqidah, his fitrah, and protect your own. You're not going to protect it by Kira Bakar. He said, she said, I thought it was this, I thought it was that. You thought. He's not run by thought. What's it run by? Allah, Allah Rasulullah, Allah Sahaba. It's based upon that. It's basis. Don't show off. Come to the masjid, make the mistakes, get it right, and that brings happiness. So subhanAllah, I was wrong all this time. Yeah, the reward is what? Happiness. Make the mistakes. And this is not black men's mistakes. People in Bangladesh say Zali. Don't they? Pakistan and India say Zali. That's wrong. Khata. That's wrong. Not just this. This is not color. This is the Muslim Ummah al-Adibina suffering by not paying attention. It's not color. Different countries, different cultures mess it up different ways. But there's an opportunity here. If we're going to talk about getting rid of diseases, but we have to start taking the shots. So when your Quran teacher looks and says that's wrong. Spare your feelings. You're in the gym, you lifting weights, and you like spare your feelings. Don't just keep sparing your feelings. Spare my feelings. Come on, brothers. Don't fall for that. It's not my life feelings. Just take it. Just take it. You're wrong, straighten it up. How do I do this? You're wrong, how do I do it? You do it like this. Then you might get insulted. You mean you was wrong all that time? We was wrong? Yes, I was wrong. I'm trying to straighten it up. You gotta take that too sometimes, you know. The other half, what they call it. You might have taught the wife wrong. She might want to criticize you. Even the scoreboard room. You gotta take that too. That's what you get. That's what you get. I'm just doing it ahead of time. That's what you get. So you straighten it up, straighten it. Don't worry about it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم. Or you believe, say words truthful to the point. Allah won't do what? يصلح لكم أعمالكم. He will correct the deeds for you. ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم and forgive you your sins. ومن يعطي الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. Whoever obeys Allah's messenger, they will have success, great success. بارك الله فيكم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. هذا وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.